Korea, a country known for discipline, precision, and relentless pursuit of perfection. In the heart of Asia, a new breed of bodybuilders is rising. Men built with insane genetics, unmatched work ethic, and a hunger to dominate the world stage. These Korean warriors are not just making noise, they're rewriting what's possible in the bodybuilding industry. This is the rise of Korea's Iron Elite. Korean bodybuilders are quickly gaining global attention, and for good reason. Many of them are gifted with dense muscle bellies, wide clavicles, and a naturally lean structure. These features make their physiques pop with symmetry, flow, and insane vascularity. While genetics aren't everything, in Korea, it's paired with a culture of relentless discipline, traditional clean diets, and cutting-edge science. That combination is lethal on the Olympia stage. When you talk about Korean domination in bodybuilding, one name towers above the rest: Kangmin Kim. Standing over 5 feet 11 inches with quads that look like carved granite and a back thick enough to block out the sun, Kangmin is not just a national icon. He's a global threat. His freakish leg development has drawn comparisons to legends like Tom Platz and Big Ramy. Every pose screams density, detail, and drama. He's been dominating Asian pro shows, and many fans believe Kangmin Kim has what it takes to stand toe-to-toe with top 10 Mr. Olympia contenders. And with every year, he's getting closer. Then there's Sung-Chul Lee, known for his razor-sharp aesthetics and one of the most beautiful V-tapers in classic physique. He became the first Korean bodybuilder to win an IFBB Pro show, putting Korea on the map in the world of classic. His stage presence is flawless, his lines are clean, and his conditioning is world-class. Lee trains with intensity rooted in both bodybuilding science and traditional martial arts philosophy. Balance, breath control, and perfect form. He represents Korea's elegance in motion, a true ambassador for the sport. Korean bodybuilders often rely on nutrient-dense traditional meals, lean meats, fermented vegetables, low-sugar diets, and consistent timing. Their gut health is prioritized with natural probiotics like kimchi. It's clean eating from day one. No fast food culture, no excuses. Add to that the Korean discipline, early mornings, regimented routines, and unwavering consistency, and you have a formula for greatness. Hangman Kim is Korea's biggest hope to crack the Mr. Olympia top tier in open bodybuilding. With his rapid growth, monstrous size, and ever-improving conditioning, he could be the first Korean to battle giants like Samson Dauda, Hadi Choopan, and Derek Lunsford. And in classic physique, Jung-Chul Lee remains a name to watch, always bringing art to the stage. Korea is no longer just part of the conversation. They're building contenders. And one day soon, we might just see the Olympia crown land on Korean soil.
In 2025, Hadi Choopan will solidify his position as one of the most formidable and impressive bodybuilders of his generation. By delivering a jaw-dropping performance at the Mr. Olympia contest. The Iranian phenom will take the stage with a physique that is nothing short of spectacular. Dense, grainy muscles rippling with striated fibers and deep separations, combined with skin so thin and translucent that he appears almost carved out of granite. Choopan's arms and delts will be absolutely monstrous, hanging off his frame like gargantuan boulders, each one crisscrossed with an intricate roadmap of veins and striations. His pecs will resemble two enormous striated plates of armor jutting out over an impossibly tiny waist, while his abs form a deeply serrated wall of muscle, each individual brick popping with HD clarity. But perhaps most impressive of all will be Choopan's back, rugged, thick, and overwhelmingly powerful, like the majestic peaks of the Zagros Mountains in his homeland. This breathtaking package will be the result of Hadi's unrelenting work ethic and warrior spirit. His training in 2025 will be the stuff of legend. Brutal, uncompromising workouts that push his body to its absolute limits day after day. Choopan's strength will be superhuman, allowing him to hoist poundages that would cripple lesser men, while his intensity and focus remain unmatched. He'll attack the weights with a ferocity bordering on possessed, grunting, sweating, and grinding out rep after punishing rep until his muscles scream for mercy. But Hadi's success won't just be built in the gym. His diet will be the epitome of discipline and precision. Each macro and micronutrient painstakingly measured, weighed, and timed for maximum impact. Choopan will eat with the sole purpose of feeding his muscles and incinerating body fat. When Hadi Choopan steps on the Mr. Olympia stage in 2025, he will do so as a man possessed, driven by an all-consuming desire to claim bodybuilding's ultimate prize. His muscles will be at their absolute peak, full, hard, and impossibly defined. A physical manifestation of his years of dedication and sacrifice. Every striation, every vein, every jaw-dropping muscle belly will tell the story of a champion who refused to be denied, no matter the odds. And as the final comparisons are made and the judges' decisions read, the bodybuilding world will bear witness to the coronation of a new king. Hadi Choopan, Mr. Olympia 2025, a title that will echo through the ages as a testament to one man's unbreakable will and unrivaled mastery of the craft of bodybuilding.
In the world of strength and power, one name strikes fear and awe into the hearts of his competitors: Leonidas Arkona. A man who redefined limits and became an unstoppable force in the world of strength and bodybuilding. Leonidas Arkona is not just an athlete, he's a phenomenon. From his relentless training to his extraordinary feats of strength, his journey to dominance is a story of perseverance, passion, and unyielding willpower. This is the story of how a man transformed himself into a living legend, inspiring millions around the world. Leonidas Arkona wasn't born a giant. Growing up, his environment was far from luxurious, but his hunger for greatness set him apart.
A very serious opponent for me, and this is going to be a big challenge, and I know that, but I love the challenge. And there are some weak parts, I guess, but I don't want to talk about them right now.
Even as a teenager, he stood out, not because he was the strongest, but because he worked harder than everyone around him. With no fancy gyms or trainers, he relied on pure grit. Inspired by icons of strength, Leonidas began his transformation with a single goal: to be the strongest version of himself. Leonidas' training regimen is not for the faint of heart. Known for his unorthodox methods, he believes in pushing the body to its absolute limits every single day. For Leonidas, it's not just about lifting heavy, it's about the mental battle. He says, "Every lift tests my willpower. The bar doesn't care about excuses, and neither do I." Whether he's pulling over 800 pounds off the ground or pushing through the pain of grueling workouts, Leonidas is a testament to what relentless focus can achieve. Leonidas Arkona has shattered records and redefined what the human body can endure. From crushing world-class powerlifting numbers to dominating in strength competitions, his list of achievements is as impressive as his physique. But beyond the numbers, it's his spirit that stands out. Leonidas doesn't just compete to win, he competes to inspire, to prove that limits exist only to be broken. From the gym floor to the competition stage, Leonidas has become a beacon of motivation for those who dare to dream big. Leonidas Arkona's impact reaches far beyond the lifting platform. As a global icon in the strength community, he's inspired countless individuals to chase their dreams and embrace the grind. At the peak of his career, Leonidas is showing no signs of slowing down. Whether it's breaking more records, mentoring the next generation, or expanding his influence, the future holds endless possibilities for this titan of strength. Cut to Leonidas speaking to a camera or audience. The only competition is with the man I was yesterday. As long as I keep improving, I've already won. Leonidas Arkona's journey proves that greatness isn't given. It's earned through blood, sweat, and tears. His story is a reminder to us all: never settle, never quit, and always strive to be the best version of yourself. Korea has become a powerhouse in the world of bodybuilding, producing some of the most remarkable athletes in the sport. Among them is Kim Kang-min, better known as the quad monster Kangman Kim. A man of many talents, he's not only a professional bodybuilder, but also a popular YouTuber, a respected sports trainer, and a prominent figure associated with Nava Korea. Kim's journey began as a personal trainer in the Republic of Korea Army. His dedication to the sport quickly earned him accolades, including a first-place finish at the 2022 NABA competition. By then, he had already established a dominant streak with 5 consecutive years of victories. Now managing Muscles Pro Gym in Bupyeon, Kim is the face of Nava Korea, clinching 5 impressive wins against Nava Pro. He's best known for his colossal quads, regarded as the most powerful and defined lower body muscles in Korea. Massive pillars of strength that set him apart from the competition. Kim is married to fellow bodybuilder Song Ariel, his equal in age and a partner in fitness. Together, they're raising a daughter while inspiring the next generation of athletes. Kim's stats are nothing short of extraordinary. 50-centimeter arm size and an astonishing 73-centimeter quads, numbers that reflect years of relentless dedication. His achievements on stage are equally remarkable, including first place in the 1,332 Nava Korea Grand Final, 4th place in the 2021 Asia Open Championship, first place in both 2019 Nava WF Asia Open Championship and the Nava WF Asia Grand Prix final, first place in the 2018 Nava WF Asia Open Championship, pro runner-up in the 2017 WF Championship Pro. Beyond competitions, Kim has built a thriving online presence through his expertise in fitness content and motivational exercise lectures, amassing a loyal subscriber base. However, in January 2022, he faced controversy involving the unauthorized use of trademarks at a shopping mall run by his wife. Kim's disciplined lifestyle is a testament to his success. He follows a strict diet of 6 meals a day, eating every 3 hours, starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. His meals are meticulously balanced with high protein, moderate fats, and carbohydrates to sustain his intense training regimen. What are your thoughts on the quad monster and his incredible journey? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Until next time, stay motivated, stay fit, and keep chasing your goals.
He was called the Nigerian Lion before the world even knew his roar. A modern-day gladiator, a name that echoed across expos, gyms, and Olympia predictions. Samson Dauda. Now in 2025, he's not just showing up to win, he's showing up to take over. He's not chasing legends, he's becoming one. Samson Dauda, 300 pounds of raw muscle, flowing symmetry, and terrifying size. A physique so complete, it looks sculpted by the gods and engineered for war. No blown-out waist, no torn-down frame. While others burn out, he dials in. Quiet, calculated, unshakable. They called him potential. They called him promising. But in 2025, he's turned potential into power. Promise into punishment. Sharper lines, deadlier detail, more maturity, more density. Every pose hits like a sledgehammer. He's not the future of bodybuilding, he is bodybuilding. This year, it's not about size anymore. Samson already has that. It's about domination, precision, execution, and Samson is checking every box. Back thicker, quads bigger, V-taper tighter, presentation flawless. The Nigerian Lion isn't knocking on the Olympia door, he's breaking it down. From brutal high-volume leg days to soul-shattering back workouts, Samson is training like a man possessed. Guided by coach Milos Sarcev, every rep is part of a plan, a mission to bring the most complete version of himself to the Olympia stage. This isn't about hype. This isn't about social media. This is about legacy. This is about war. Samson isn't talking much. He doesn't have to. His physique does the talking. And what it's saying is loud and clear. You've had your time. Now it's mine. In 2023, he was called a threat. In 2024, a contender. But in 2025, he's the storm. Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, Andrew Jacked, they're not looking forward to facing him. They're trying to figure out how to stop him. But how do you stop a man with no weaknesses? Flow, freak factor, finesse. Samson brings all three. Every pose flows like water. Every muscle pops like fireworks. From the side chest to the front double biceps, he's untouchable. He's not chasing the title is chasing him. Fans scream his name. Judges take notice. Veterans call it his year. And still, Samson stays grounded, focused, dangerous. Because Samson Dauda isn't just ready to step on stage, he's ready to break it.
Am I more hungry to be the strongest man alive? Or to be comfortable, like everyone else? Do I want to stand out, or just blend in with the crowd? If I give in, just once, take the easy way out, cheat on my meal, skip a session, then I become one of them. And I'm not here to be like them. I'm here to dominate, to rewrite what strength looks like. Most people, they're always looking for the shortcut, the easy path, a pill a powder, a program that promises everything, but delivers nothing. What they don't want to hear is the truth, that greatness is built in pain, in hunger, in repetition, in that moment when your body wants to quit, but your mind says, one more. Nutrition. That's the real battle. It's not just eating, it's fueling. Fueling a machine designed to crush records, to lift the unimaginable. For me, it's 5 meals a day. No excuses. Because the body won't grow if it's not fed. And I'm not just feeding a body, I'm feeding a legacy. I've always lived by the formula. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Simple math. Hard execution. You think it's easy? Try doing it every single day. No breaks, no cheat meals, no holidays. Just consistency, year-round. I was never a big eater, even in my peak. Give me a regular cut of steak. Some tomatoes, a handful of greens, and I'm good. But I never missed, not once, because I knew someone out there was eating cleaner, training harder, trying to take what's mine. Early in his journey, Andre Smythe wasn't just big. He was built different. A Russian juggernaut forged in cold iron and grit. He didn't have all the shiny machines. He had cold bars, heavy plates, and fire in his soul. He wasn't born a champion. He was built. Every rep, every meal, every drop of sweat was a brick in the fortress he became. In his off-season, the calories were through the roof. He wasn't counting macros for fun. He was calculating growth. Eating to recover from grueling sessions that would break most men. Training for hours. Lifting weights that echoed like thunder. Milk, staple, protein, mandatory, supplements. Only after the real food was done. That's the old school way. The only way. Back in his early days, he would mix shakes in classrooms, carry containers everywhere, no shame, no distractions, just a mission. While others were chilling, Andre was fueling. He trained high volume, high frequency, day in, day out. Because strength doesn't come with convenience. You gotta suffer, and love the suffering. Even at dinner, it wasn't about taste. It was about function. Ground beef, potatoes, milk. Old school, effective. And the night wasn't over until that final shake hit the stomach. Of eggs, milk, and whatever it took to feed the beast one last time. Because bodybuilding, strength, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. And someone else gets ahead. In strongman, in powerlifting, in life. So what do I want more? A little pleasure now, or my name etched in history forever? I've made my choice. I am Andre Smythe, and nothing will stand in my way.
Samson Dauda made his lifelong dream come true by capturing the prestigious Mr. Olympia title. Weighing an astonishing 305 pounds of pure muscle, Samson's journey to the top of the bodybuilding world is a testament to hard work, determination, and unwavering belief. But it wasn't an easy road. Behind every rep, every diet, and every grueling day in the gym was the relentless drive to achieve what many thought was impossible. This is the story of how the Nigerian defied the odds, sculpted a legendary physique, and claimed his place among bodybuilding's greatest champions. Samson Dauda overwhelmed the field of competitors to cement himself as the 2024 Mr. Olympia champion, winning a ring, $600,000 and a golden Sando trophy. The margin between Dauda, Lunsford and Choopan was razor thin, with each athlete showcasing their strengths in different poses. Dauda excelled in the side shots. Lunsford commanded attention with his back poses, while Choopan dominated the front poses, particularly with his impressive abs and thigh shots. Samson Dauda boasts one of the most awe-inspiring physiques in the competition. Standing at 6 feet tall and weighing an impressive 305 pounds, Samson combines sheer muscle mass with remarkable symmetry and aesthetics. His arms are estimated to measure 22 to 23 inches, with a massive chest spanning around 55 to 57 inches. Despite his incredible size, Samson maintains a notably tight waist, estimated at 32 to 34 inches, enhancing his V-taper. His legs, which have become a standout feature, are estimated to be around 30 to 32 inches for his thighs and 20 to 21 inches for his calves. These proportions have made Samson Dauda a top contender for the 2024 Mr. Olympia, where his balance of size, conditioning and aesthetics will be put to the ultimate test.
You then, when you were just a young lion, I said, you got a physique that could be Mr. Olympia one day, man. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And here we are, 5-6 years later, and you are Mr. Olympia, buddy. I couldn't be more proud of you, buddy. Congratulations.
Remember that conversation we had, and it was one of them shows where I was kind of going for one of my first ones, and I didn't have that self-belief in myself. I didn't think that was possible. I just thought, you know what, if I could just get by and one day make it to the Olympia stage, it would be good enough. And you told me then that, you know what, there's something there. If you keep at this, you will be Mr. Olympia one day.
Samson Dauda, born on March 11, 1992 in Lagos, Nigeria, moved to the United Kingdom during his teenage years, where he initially pursued rugby. His path to bodybuilding began through encouragement from his rugby teammates and a local gym owner, Chris Jones. After witnessing Phil Heath at the 2013 Mr. Olympia, Dauda's passion shifted toward competitive bodybuilding, leading him to enter his first competition in April 2014. In 2017, Dauda earned his IFBB Pro card after winning the overall title at the IFBB Amateur Diamond Cup Rome, a pivotal moment in his career. He made his professional debut in 2018 at the EVLS Prague Showdown. Samson Dauda's best poses at Mr. Olympia 2024 are a showcase of his incredible size, symmetry and aesthetics. At 305 pounds, his front double biceps is one of his standout poses, highlighting his massive arms, wide shoulders and narrow waist, creating an impressive V-taper. His side chest pose shows off his thickness and fullness, with deep separation between his chest, delts and triceps. In the back double biceps, Samson's back width and density come alive, showcasing his deeply separated lats, traps and lower back, while his conditioned hamstrings and glutes make this pose a complete package. His abs and thighs pose highlights his sharp abdominals and deeply cut quads, further showing off his balance between mass and aesthetics. The front lat spread demonstrates his impressive width, making his upper body appear even larger against his small waist. Finally, in the most muscular, Samson explodes with muscle density, from bulging traps to well-defined arms and chest, making it a crowd favorite. His poses reflect the hard work and refinement that Samson has brought into 2024, solidifying his status as a top contender for Mr. Olympia. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Samson Dauda's best poses for Mr. Olympia 2024, stay tuned for more videos as we dive deeper into the world of bodybuilding, showcase more competitors, and share inspiring stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's keep the motivation going.
The man who made history as the first bodybuilder of Nigerian descent to claim the coveted title is back and hungrier than ever. In 2025, the king isn't just defending his crown. He's carving a legacy that will echo through the halls of bodybuilding forever. Samson wasn't born a champion. He built himself, one lift, one rep, one sacrifice at a time. From his first competition in 2014 to the Mr. Olympia crown in 2024, every moment was earned. The king isn't resting. In 2025, do you think Samson can hold his crown in 2025? Comment below. Every workout, every meal, every moment is dedicated to staying on top and leaving no doubt about who reigns supreme. The challengers are stronger than ever, but Samson Dauda thrives under pressure. With every rival chasing him, he trains like a man possessed, because champions don't just defend, they dominate. Samson Dauda isn't just a bodybuilder, he's a symbol of hope. From Nigeria to the world stage, he proves that no dream is too big, no goal out of reach. This is more than muscle. This is legacy. A powerful quote from Samson. The only limits are the ones you set on yourself. Break them every single day. Born in Nigeria, he moved to the UK during his teenage years, initially focusing on rugby. Encouraged by his rugby teammates, he discovered bodybuilding and entered his first competition in April 2014. In 2017, Dauda earned his IFBB Pro card after winning the overall title at the IFBB Amateur Diamond Cup Rome. He debuted as a professional in 2018 at the Prague Showdown, securing 5th place. His first IFBB Pro victory came in 2021 at the Prague Pro, which qualified him for the 2022 Mr. Olympia, where he finished 6th. In 2023, Dauda won the prestigious Arnold Classic US and improved his Mr. Olympia ranking to 3rd place. Finally, in 2024, he achieved bodybuilding's highest honor by winning the Mr. Olympia, surpassing Hadi Choopan and Derek Lunsford. The only limits are the ones you set on yourself. Break them every single day. Samson Dauda is renowned for his incredible physique, which combines size, symmetry, and aesthetics. Standing at 183 centimeters, he competes at a weight of around 295 to 305 pounds, and often surpasses 320 pounds during the off-season. His impressive measurements include 22-inch arms, a 58-inch chest, a 32-inch waist, 32-inch thighs, and 20-inch calves. These proportions, coupled with his balanced and well-conditioned physique, have solidified his status as one of the most dominant figures in modern bodybuilding. He competed in over 30 shows, finishing outside the top 10 in only one of them. He won the 60th anniversary Mr. Olympia 2024 competition, taking his first Olympia title. This made him the first man since Dorian Yates to take the title back to the UK. Samson Dauda is coached by his wife, Marlena Gustowska.
They said he wasn't ready. Too small, not conditioned enough. Just another name trying to climb the mountain of giants. But Brett Wilkin didn't flinch a bit. He just trained harder and stayed quiet. Now, in 2025, he's done staying quiet.
All that, and I'm 100% in. The wife is 100% in, and we're ready to come down here and just work, and and build our future.
Brett the Butcher Wilkin is on a mission. After qualifying early by dominating the 2024 Legion Sports Fest Pro, Brett has spent every day since sharpening his tools for the biggest stage of his life the 2025 Mr. Olympia. This isn't just a return, it's redemption. Because last year, Brett had to pull out of the Olympia after a brutal digestive health issue left him depleted and drained. He watched the biggest show of the year from the sidelines. But this year, he's coming in heavier, healthier, and hungrier than ever. When Matt to form, back to pain. Because Brett wasn't looking for shortcuts. He was looking for war. When you step into a gym with Brett Wilkin today, you don't see flashy movements or gimmicks. You see a man dissecting muscle, one rep at a time. On leg day, it's mechanical destruction, leg press, hack squat, unilateral presses, every angle, every rep with intent. His quads are thicker, hamstrings sharper, that classic 2-1-2 frame, long gone. He's a full-blown open monster now, tipping over 250 pounds in the off-season and still growing. On arm day, it's all about balance. Supersets between biceps and triceps, reverse curls, preacher curls, cable push-downs, volume stacked on volume. He isn't just trying to impress the judges. He's trying to outwork everyone standing next to him. 12 weeks out, Brett teamed up with Martin Fitzwater for a ruthless back session in Houston, Texas. 2 rising stars, 2 hungry minds, and 1 mission to climb into the Olympia top 5. They didn't just train, they posed right after, exhausted, pumped, and real, because under the lights after 20 minutes of back destruction, that's when the truth shows. And Brett, he's got nothing to hide. With just weeks left until the lights of Las Vegas shine down on the greatest physiques in the world, Brett Wilkin is training like a man possessed. He's bringing detail. He's bringing balance. He's bringing an attitude that says, I'm not here to participate. I'm here to change the narrative. In the shadows of Samson Dauda, Hadi Choopan, Derek Lunsford, there's a new figure emerging. Not loud, not arrogant, just focused. This Olympia, don't forget the name, Brett Wilkin, the Butcher. Because when the dust settles, it won't be about who had the most followers or who the fans picked. It'll be about who showed up ready to fight.
They said he had the look, the lines, the potential. But for years, Reagan Grimes was a name you whispered, not shouted. A future star, always just one step away. But what happens when that quiet contender finally decides to go all in? What happens when the aesthetic king gets tired of hearing maybe next year and transforms into a weapon of war? Never a question about his shape. That classic flow, the small waist, round delts, wide lats, razor-sharp lines. He had everything the judges asked for, except one thing: execution. Year after year, Reagan Grimes walked into the Olympia weekend with hope, but left with disappointment. Undersized, office flat, software. The genetics were undeniable, but the results, they never matched. He wasn't the mass monster. He wasn't the shredded freak. He was always almost, but not anymore. '25 Reagan Grimes is not the man you remember. The
pretty boy physique? It's still there, but now it's armed with raw power. He's added size, thickness, maturity. This isn't about aesthetics anymore. It's about war, and he's built for it now. The days of being out-muscled on stage are gone. He's bigger, denser, hungrier. No more playing defense. This version of Reagan is coming to dominate. Training, the mindset, the priorities. And that meant surrounding himself with the best. Grinding harder than ever. Locking in like his life depended on it. Because he's no longer here to show up. He's here to show up. The fire, the why. Reagan stopped chasing potential and started chasing reality. He stopped caring about being liked and started caring about being respected. The aesthetic star of the future finally got tired of being the future. Now he's taking what's his in the present. Look at the package now. Aesthetics, still elite. Size, finally there. Conditioning, the best of his career. This is the Reagan Grimes we've been waiting for. This is the Reagan Grimes that scares people. The 2025 Mr. Olympia is a battlefield. Samson Dauda is leading the charge. Derek Lunsford is chasing legacy. Nick Walker is bringing the freak show. Hadi Choopan is on a mission of redemption. Big Ramy wants to make one last stand. In this war of titans, most people never thought of Reagan as a serious threat. Until now. Because now, he doesn't just belong. He's a problem. And they all know it. This isn't hype. Look at the details. His back, finally a weapon. His legs, deep cuts, round sweeps. His waist, still surgical. And his mindset, ruthless. The judges won't be able to ignore him this time. Because Reagan isn't just coming in shape, he's coming for blood. Aesthetic, powerful, focused, dangerous. You can't write the story of the 2025 Olympia without mentioning Reagan Grimes. And if you try, he'll make sure you remember. Greatness doesn't always roar from the start. Sometimes it rises in silence until it shakes the world.
The man who redefined dominance in the sport. A man so dominant, so powerful, that he seems almost unstoppable. He is not just an arm wrestler. He is an unstoppable force. Leavon Sageni, the king of the table. With hands the size of sledgehammers and strength that defies logic, he has crushed every opponent in his path. But how did he become the king of the table? What makes him different from every other arm wrestler in history? Born in Georgia, Leavon Sageni was not always the dominant force we know today. As a child, he was fascinated by strength sports. But it wasn't until he discovered arm wrestling that he found his true calling. His hands were larger than normal, his grip unusually strong, and his ability to generate force absolutely terrifying. Leavon trained like a machine, day in and day out, developing not just strength, but technique, endurance, and a mentality of absolute dominance. By the time he stepped onto the world stage, he wasn't just a competitor. He was a nightmare for anyone standing across the table. Leavon's rise wasn't just about winning, it was about destroying the competition. His first major breakthrough came when he dominated the Georgian arm wrestling scene, but his true impact was felt on the international stage. Match after match, opponent after opponent, Leavon didn't just win, he humiliated his competition. Devin Larratt, one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time, was left helpless against Leavon's raw power. Known for his resilience, was overpowered like never before. And Vitaly Lalatin, a Russian giant, realized that even his elite-level strength wasn't enough. Every time Leavon stepped to the table, He sent one message: no one can stop me. So what does it take to become a human wrecking machine? Leavon's training is not for the weak. His workouts are designed to turn his arms into unbreakable steel. His forearm exercises alone would leave most lifters in pain for days. He trains his grip with weights that others can't even deadlift. His wrist training, absolute madness. He bends steel bars as part of his warm-up and his table time. Endless practice, refining every move, every counter, till his dominance is undeniable. This isn't just strength. This is power on another level. A normal man lifts weights, but Leavon, he lifts worlds. With every champion, there comes a time when challenges rise. But who can take down Leavon Sageni? Many have tried, but none have succeeded. The question now is, will we ever see someone strong enough, skilled enough, and fearless enough to dethrone him? Will the next generation of arm wrestlers find a way to match his power? Some say Leavon's reign is far from over. Others believe a new challenger will emerge. One thing is for certain, until someone can match his strength, his technique, and his will to win, Leavon Sageni will remain the king of the table. Leavon Sageni is more than an athlete. He is a symbol of what's possible when talent meets relentless hard work. He has proven that no limits exist for those who refuse to accept them. His story is one of discipline, sacrifice, and pure dominance. And for anyone watching, let this be a lesson. Greatness isn't given, it's earned. Day by day, rep by rep, battle by battle. If you want to be the best, train like the best. Strength isn't just about lifting weights. It's about lifting yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Leavon is the king, but are you ready to chase your own throne? If you believe Leavon Sageni is the most dominant arm wrestler of all time, hit that like button. And if you're ready for more motivation, subscribe to Kraven Motivation, where strength knows no limits.
They doubted him. They called him done. They said the fire had burned out. But Hadi Choopan doesn't back down. He doesn't make excuses. He just trains harder. Because for him, this is personal. The Persian wolf is back. And he's hunting the Olympia title one more time. 2022, Hadi Choopan reached the peak. Mr. Olympia, #1 in the world. Respect, glory, recognition, all earned. But 2023, he slipped to second. Then, in 2024, he missed the top spots completely. The judges wanted prettier lines. They wanted shape over grit, aesthetic over dominance. But Hadi never played politics. He brought what he always brings: density, conditioning, and unshakable will. Yet somehow, it wasn't enough. The critics said he was fading. But those critics don't understand the wolf's mindset. Hadi Choopan comes from the mountains of Iran. From humble beginnings, where muscle wasn't built for trophies. It was built for survival. No fancy gyms, no easy road. Just pure obsession with improvement. That mindset never changed, even after losing the Olympia title, where most men would fall into bitterness. Hadi went deeper into his discipline. He trained harder, posed longer, ate cleaner, rested smarter. He didn't shrink from the challenge. He rose into it. Hadi isn't just coming to compete in 2025. He's coming to win. His coach, Hani Rambat, is pushing the limits. Precision, control, execution. They're not chasing size anymore. They're chasing perfection. More detail in the legs, more flow in the transitions, a tighter waist, fuller shoulders, and that classic Granite dry conditioning we've come to fear. This time, they're not just bringing muscle. They're bringing a statement. 5 feet 7 inches, Hadi has always been considered a compact powerhouse. But in 2025, he's showing refinement like never before. His back is more detailed, wider across the top, with deeper trenches. His glutes are peeled and striated, signature Hadi. Arms are fuller, more rounded. And his posing, it's smoother, more commanding. Each step on stage will be purposeful. Each pose designed to hurt the competition. He knows exactly where he fell short in 2024. And he's fixed every crack in the armor. This version of Hadi Choopan isn't chasing his own self. He's surpassing it. There's something different about Hadi in 2025. It's not just the body, it's the eyes, the hunger, the quiet fury. Every rep screams unfinished business. Every cardio session echoes one more shot. Every flex is a reminder to the world. I never left. You just stopped paying attention. He's not doing this for followers. He's not doing it for applause. He's doing it for legacy. In his own words, Hadi said it best. I will win this time. Not because he's owed anything, not because the judges are watching, but because his spirit demands it. This is the version of Hadi Choopan the world didn't expect to see again. Sharper, smarter, stronger, unbreakable. 2025 is not just another Olympia. It's his redemption arc. He's not the future. He's the now. He's been counted out. He's been overlooked. But the Persian wolf is still here. Still hungry. Still ready to shock the world one more time. Mr. Olympia 2025. The storm is coming. And this time, Hadi Choopan is leading the charge.
They called him the future, a whisper of potential, wrapped in 300 pounds of structure and flow. A walking blueprint of what bodybuilding could become. His name, Samson Dauda. But now in 2025, he's not a whisper. He's a roar. He's not the future. He's the now, the force, the standard. He entered the pro league not quietly, but like thunder. Wingspan for days, legs like stone pillars, a waist so tight it made giants look clumsy. Samson didn't arrive to be noticed. He arrived to be remembered. From the moment he hit that first front double biceps, the world knew. This was different. This wasn't just mass. This was mastery. A new kind of monster, elegant, dangerous, complete. They said he had it, that rare, intangible spark, that blend of beauty and brutality, that classic flow with modern freak size. He didn't just pose, he painted. Each transition a stroke, each flex a story. A sculptor in a world full of sledgehammers. And now in 2025, the prophecy is real. The potential has matured into power. The masterpiece is finished. Every year they said, he's close. Every year he got sharper, tighter, hungrier. He didn't make noise. He made progress. He didn't chase validation. He chased perfection, missed titles, fuel, criticism, blueprints, setbacks, training partners. While others crumbled under pressure, he became pressure. Today, he's 300 pounds of refined chaos, quads that ripple like armor plates, a back that swallows light, shoulders like boulders, arms like coiled cannons, and a waist tighter than ever. It doesn't make sense, but it's real. He's not trying to win anymore. He's trying to erase doubt. Rivals look at photos and start asking questions. Judges prepare to be silenced. Fans? They're not asking if, they're asking how much. He's not just competing against bodies. He's competing against blueprints, against history, against gravity, and he's winning.
Better believe I'm different. I'll do my own thing. And I love to compete. So right from years ago, before even anything else, before even they announced anything about prize money, I don't give a damn, but that's not the reason why I chose that. I always say, like, look, I want to do both. I want to do more competition. I'm never going to be the guy that just sits out all year and you only see him come out once, does the Olympia. And look, how short would my career be if I only did the Olympia? Yeah.
Conditioning? Nailed. Size? Unreal presentation, ? Untouchable. He hits a pose and time slows. The crowd holds its breath. And the judges? They see it too. The balance, the madness, the moment. He's not following legends. He's forcing them to look back. This isn't about dethroning champions. It's about changing the definition of one. In 2025, Samson Dauda is not walking on stage. He's owning it. The lights don't shine on him. They bend to him. He carries a nation, a continent, a legacy. But more than that, he carries the weight of his own expectations, and he wears it like armor. This isn't luck. This isn't hype. This is years of blood, failure, pain, precision. This is the moment the promise becomes proof. The stage is ready, the lineup is stacked, the battle is coming. But in Samson's eyes, there is no doubt. There is only destiny. This is not a peak. This is an arrival. This is not potential. This is power. This is not the future. This is the king. In 2025, Samson Dauda isn't just going to step on the Olympia stage. He's going to break it.
They called him the real-life Hulk, a man with arms that looked like they were built in a comic book lab. But behind the muscle, there's a story of hunger, discipline, and belief. This is the rise of Rubiel Mosquera in 2025, a force the bodybuilding world can't ignore. Rubiel Mosquera didn't come from a rich background. He was just a kid from Colombia with a dream. In the early days, it wasn't about fame. It wasn't even about being the biggest. It was about changing his life. He stepped into the gym like most of us do. What the future held, but every rep, every set, every drop of sweat started building something unstoppable. Rubiel's body started transforming fast. His arms freakish, his chest carved like armor, and that back like it was chiseled out of stone. People thought it was fake, but this wasn't genetics alone. It was pure obsession, day in, day out. He trained like he had something to prove, because he did. freak in the gym anymore. He was on the global stage, competing in IFBB shows, standing beside some of the top names in bodybuilding. And every time he stepped on a stage, the crowd had one reaction. Who is this guy? Rubiel didn't just show up, he shook the ground. Now it's 2025, and Rubiel Mosquera is no longer the underdog. He's a real contender. This year, he's bringing something different. More size, better condition, tighter waist, bigger stage presence. He's not chasing just respect anymore. He's chasing the Sandow. Behind closed doors, he's grinding harder than ever. Cardio, posing, diet, rest, every detail locked in. Rubiel wants to prove he belongs at the very top. But it's not just about muscle. People love Rubiel because he's real, humble, focused, grounded. No trash talk, no drama, just work. You'll find him motivating others at the gym, showing up early, staying late. He's the kind of guy who remembers where he came from. Rubiel isn't trying to copy anyone. He's not chasing someone else's legacy. He's building his own. What sets him apart is mindset. He trains like it's the last workout of his life. Every meal, every rep, every hour of sleep, it's all for the mission. That's what creates change. As 2025 rolls on, one thing is clear. Rubiel Mosquera is not going away. He's here to stay, and the bodybuilding world is starting to feel the pressure. Can he win the Olympia? Well, maybe. Can he shock the world? Definitely. One thing's for sure, the game is changing, and Rubiel is part of that change.
There was a time when the world bowed to his mask, when stages trembled under the weight of his presence, when one name echoed louder than the rest, Big Ramy. And just when they counted him out, he came back. Bigger, better, hungrier. 2020, the era of Big Ramy began. A monster from Egypt, forged in silence, built in shadows. He walked onto the Olympia stage and stole the crown with sheer size, dominance, and unmatched presence. 2021, he did it again. Back-to-back Mr. Olympia titles. The throne was his, the dream fulfilled. But then, it started to fade. In 2022, the giant stumbled. 5th place. A result no one expected. A fall no one predicted. Whispers filled the air. Is Ramy done? Was it all just a phase? Can he ever come back? And just like that, the king faded from the spotlight. But Big Ramy never stopped believing.
That year, Jay Cutler's last year on stage at the Olympia, I saw this guy step up in a major way. He was now able to compete at the Olympia level. Somehow, along his travels, he had earned the credentialing to turn pro and move through the ranks and get where he needed to be to ultimately be where he was. When you saw him on the Olympia stage, he had to undergo a metamorphosis that was more than putting on muscle to his back and his shoulders. I mean, all those things were the obvious stuff that technically I couldn't have seen many years before that.
Because deep down, he knew champions don't crumble, they rebuild. This is 2025, and Big Ramy is not done. Not even close. This isn't just another prep. This is a resurrection. Ramy went back to work. He stripped everything down to the basics. Pain, discipline, isolation. No cameras, no distractions. Just pure grind. They said the sport had moved on, that new champions had arrived. But Big Ramy? He never left. This isn't the same Ramy who stepped on stage in 2022. He's lighter, tighter, and sharper. The freak factor? Still there. But now, it's refined, dangerous. This is a man who's fought through injuries, criticism, and doubt, and still came back stronger.
Competition this year. Thank you guys. I hope you make it happy, you make everyone happy in Colombia, and we'll come in a good package, inshallah.
The 2025 Olympia lineup is war. Samson Dauda, the new lion on the throne. Derek Lunsford, the complete technician. Hadi Choopan, raging with unfinished business. Nick Walker, the mutant back with vengeance. Rubiel Mosquera, the new freak rising fast. Every one of them wants that Sandow. Every one of them thinks they're the next king. But there's one name they didn't expect to hear again, Big Ramy. And he's not showing up to participate. He's coming to dominate. He's still one of the biggest men to ever walk the stage. But this time, it's not just about size. It's about redemption. It's about heart. It's about legacy. This comeback isn't just about a title. It's about proving to himself and the world that champions don't vanish in the dark. They rise again, even stronger. Because when your name has been etched in the Olympia history books, you don't retire quietly. You fight. One more time. This is Ramy's final ascent. Not as the young, hungry challenger, but as the seasoned warrior, coming back to remind the world who he is. He's not here for top 10. He's not chasing respect. He already earned that. He's here for war. He's here for that throne. The giant has awakened. The king is coming. And when Big Ramy steps on that 2025 Olympia stage, there will be no more doubts, no more silence, no more whispers, just one loud, thunderous message. I am back. Sometimes greatness doesn't end. It just reloads.
There are bodybuilders, and then there are freaks of nature. But every once in a generation, someone comes along who redefines the limits of human size. And that someone is Good Vito. Born as Vitaly Ugolnikov in Russia, this quiet storm exploded onto the fitness scene not with words, but with the kind of muscle mass that made even the legends raise an eyebrow. At just 26 years old in 2025, Good Vito has morphed into something beyond belief. Not just big, not just conditioned, but one of the most shocking physiques the world has ever seen. He didn't grow up with world-class gyms. He didn't have access to elite coaching. What he had was hunger, the kind that turns boys into warriors. He built his physique the old school way: iron, representatives, pain, discipline. While the world laughed, Good Vito was building. While the world scrolled, he was sculpting greatness rep by rep.
nothing new in bodybuilding, but there's something different about good Vito, rounder, fuller, freakier. At over 300 pounds in the off-season and still able to carve out separation and striations, he's become a hybrid of brutal size and surprising symmetry, as he has the leg size of a tank, delts that look like cannonballs, arms that don't seem real, and a chest so full it casts a shadow over his abs. And now he's learning to control it, to tighten the waist and sharpen the detail. Pose like a pro. This is no longer just raw potential. This is dangerous development. After years of watching from the sidelines, 2025 is the year Good Vito steps onto the big stages, and not just to show up, but to make history. He's no longer the Instagram freak. He's a serious contender, a real threat, someone who can go toe-to-toe with the giants of the Olympia stage. Every training session is war. Every meal is calculated. Every pose is practiced. He's leaving nothing to chance. While others play the social media game, Good Vito is in the shadows, becoming the monster he was meant to be. He doesn't talk trash. He doesn't chase likes. He chases greatness. In a world full of noise, he speaks through action. In a sport full of excuses, he brings execution. This isn't about proving others wrong. This is about proving himself right, about showing the world what happens when you never quit, when you block out the noise, when you trust the grind. Can Good Vito win the Olympia? Maybe not yet, but one thing is clear. His time is coming. He's adding muscle where it's needed, bringing balance, improving posing, learning how to peak. And if he nails it, the world better be ready. Because when mass meets structure and discipline meets obsession, champions are made. This is what most don't see. The pain, the suffering, the hours in the gym when no one's watching. He doesn't quit when it burns. He pushes harder. He doesn't back down from weakness. He destroys it. His legs are built from 1,000 heavy squats. His back from deadlifts that broke men in half. His arms from years of volume, pain, and perfect form. There is no secret, just sacrifice. This isn't the past. This isn't the 90s. This is a new age. And the new monsters don't come from California. They come from cold garages in Russia. They don't wear chains. They wear silence. They don't chase clout. They chase greatness. Good Vito isn't here to play bodybuilding. He's here to evolve it, to take the torch and burn a new path with it. You can mock, you can doubt, you can ignore, but you can't stop what's coming. Good Vito is not just size. He's not just freaky. He's discipline. He's pain turned into power. He's obsession turned into legacy.
2025, the beast is awake, and he's not coming quietly.
These are all against you, by the way.
Where's the second?
Well, there's four of these is yours. It's against you. And I skipped 02, which I think I would have beat you in 02.
I don't think so.
8-time Mr. Olympia, the most dominant bodybuilder the world has ever seen. A man who redefined strength, discipline, and what it means to push beyond human limits. But the question is, what is Ronnie Coleman doing in 2025? The heavyweights, the crazy lips, the yeah buddy, and lightweight baby. Those moments are forever legendary. But even after all the battles, all the surgeries, and all the pain, one thing remains true. The king never stops. $2025, and Ronnie Coleman is still in the gym, still training, still inspiring millions, despite undergoing multiple surgeries and dealing with injuries that would stop an average man. Ronnie's mindset remains unshaken, ain't nothing but a peanut. That's the attitude of a true champion. No matter what life throws at him, he keeps moving forward.
Let's go! Let's go, Freddie. Let's go.
What a hitter.
Let's go!
This beautiful.
All right, let's do it.
Ok. Let's go. Tira uma foto aqui, ó. Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers!
Woo! Let's go.
Back in the day, Ronnie lifted weights that shattered records. Today, he trains to keep his body moving, to stay strong, and to continue doing what he loves. His workouts have changed, but his heart remains the same. Whether it's lifting, stretching, or simply being around the gym, Ronnie Coleman still breathes bodybuilding. He may not be squatting 800 pounds anymore, but make no mistake, the King's work ethic is still unmatched. Even today, the new generation of bodybuilders still look up to the King. His training philosophy, his work ethic, his legacy, every champion knows there will never be another Ronnie Coleman. Fitness expos to social media, his impact is everywhere. He's more than a legend. He's a symbol of dedication, passion, and unbreakable spirit. Outside the gym, Ronnie Coleman is still hustling. His supplement brand is thriving, his fans are loyal, and his name is forever engraved in the history of bodybuilding. Trophies, beyond the business. What truly defines him is his love for the sport. No matter what, Ronnie will always be a bodybuilder at heart. That pain is temporary, but a champion spirit lasts forever. Ronnie Coleman is proof that no matter what life throws at you, if you love something, you never stop.
British bodybuilding powerhouse James Hollingshead is gearing up for a monumental 2025 season. After solidifying his name in the professional ranks since 2018, Hollingshead has his sights set on the ultimate stage, the 2025 Mr. Olympia. To secure his spot, he's confirmed his return to the competitive scene at the 2025 Detroit Pro on March 29th, shortly after his second consecutive appearance at the Arnold Classic USA.
Reasons, your main focus in this should be just to be great and to love what we do. So just fucking love what we do. Train fucking hard.
Hollingshead has already built an impressive resume, boasting 3 pro show victories, with his most recent win at the 2022 Tsunami Nutrition Cup Pro. He's competed in the prestigious Mr. Olympia twice, finishing 12th in 2021 and 16th in 2022. While those placements may not have been what he hoped for, they've fueled his determination to rise higher. Coming off a 5th place finish at the 2024 Arnold Classic USA, Hollingshead is laser-focused on improving his physique, refining his conditioning, and delivering his best package yet. With a competitive streak and years of experience under his belt, the UK native is ready to take the 2025 season by storm.
Boy, do not be sorry. Be better.
James Hollingshead, a professional bodybuilder from London, United Kingdom, has carved his name into the world of bodybuilding through years of relentless dedication and hard work. Starting his journey at the young age of 14, James was captivated by the promise of building a powerful and ripped physique. Today, he stands as one of Britain's most formidable athletes in the IFBB circuit. His story began with a fascination for boxing, inspired by his idol Mike Tyson. James initially boxed in lightweight divisions, but soon decided to hit the gym to achieve the muscular build he admired. With a relentless hunger to grow, he experimented with his diet, learning through trial and error that growth isn't about how much you eat, but how much your body absorbs. This realization set the foundation for his bodybuilding journey. James's hard work and dedication soon began to pay off. His first major triumph came when he won the UKBFF Junior British Championships. He continued to climb the ranks, winning the UKBFF Heavyweight Championships in 2018 and earning his pro card, securing his place among the elite in the IFBB circuit. Known for his disciplined training routine, James trains 6 days a week, focusing on different muscle groups and often splitting his sessions between morning and evening. After evening workouts, James takes long walks to de-stress and enhance recovery. His go-to exercises include dips, T-bar rows, and squats, which form the backbone of his training. When it comes to nutrition, James's dedication is unparalleled. During the off-season, his diet is colorful and varied. But during contest prep, he sticks to a strict regimen of fish, chicken, sweet potatoes, and vegetables. He prioritizes health and longevity, taking cues from athletes like Evan Centopani, who balances massive physiques with sustainable practices. For James, bodybuilding is more than just a sport, it's a way of life. Influenced by a close friend and mentor in his early years, James found guidance, inspiration, and a sense of purpose in the bodybuilding lifestyle. Today, he continues to inspire fans worldwide, showcasing that with passion and perseverance, greatness is within reach. From his first days in the gym to becoming a British bodybuilding icon, James Hollingshead proves that the path to success is paved with hard work, dedication, and an unbreakable spirit.
From the gym to the big screen, Martin Ford has redefined what it means to be a giant in every sense of the word. In 2025, Martin Ford stands as one of the most inspiring figures in fitness, entertainment, and combat sports. At 6 feet 8 inches and over 300 pounds of pure muscle, he is more than just a bodybuilder. He's a walking colossus. But Ford's journey wasn't just about building a monstrous physique. He turned his relentless work ethic into a global brand, inspiring millions through his fitness empire, film roles, and combat sports training. Martin Ford's journey from the gym to the screen is marked by standout roles that have showcased his imposing presence and versatility. From Hollywood blockbusters like Fast and Furious 9 and Boyka, undisputed to stepping into the world of professional fighting.
Ford has shattered every limit placed in front of him. Now, in 2025, he's pushing even further. With new major film roles on the horizon and his combat training intensifying, Martin Ford is proving that size isn't just about muscle. It's about the size of your ambition, your discipline, and your refusal to be ordinary. Whether in the gym, on the big screen, or in the ring, Ford isn't just participating, he's dominating. This is the era of Martin Ford, and he's only getting started.
Always been a food fan, which has been the one thing that can let me down, especially when I don't have a switch off. My appetite is ridiculous, and I am very carb sensitive, so like sweet potato, oats, rice, I could do 3,000 or 4,000 calories in a meal.
Ford's diet is a meticulously structured, high-calorie meal plan designed to fuel his massive 6 feet 8 inches, 300-plus pound physique while maintaining agility and endurance. Consuming 5,000 to 7,000 calories daily, his diet prioritizes lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and essential fats to support muscle growth and recovery. Martin Ford didn't just build a physique, he built a weapon of mass destruction. His training regimen is a fusion of bodybuilding, powerlifting, and combat conditioning, making him one of the most physically imposing figures in fitness today. What truly sets him apart is not just his size. It's his methodical approach to strength, endurance, and explosiveness. Ford's workouts are brutal, intense, and calculated. While most bodybuilders focus solely on aesthetics, Martin trains for raw power, endurance, and functional strength. His routine includes mass-building compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, and bench presses form the backbone of his training, ensuring his strength matches his size. High-volume hypertrophy work, giant sets, drop sets, and supersets to maximize muscle growth and definition. Explosive power and combat readiness. Plyometric drills, sled pushes, and agility work keep him fast and powerful, crucial for his MMA and boxing training. Ford swears by giant sets,
where he targets multiple muscle groups back to back with minimal rest. This method shocks the muscles, increases blood flow, and torches body fat while maintaining mass. Unlike many bodybuilders who train purely for muscle aesthetics, Ford prioritizes movement, power, and endurance. He combines traditional bodybuilding with strongman-style training, lifting Atlas stones, flipping tires, and using battle ropes to stay athletic. Since stepping into combat sports, Ford has restructured his training to include high-intensity interval training, HIIT, heavy bag work, and fight-specific drills. This shift ensures that his massive frame doesn't slow him down, but instead enhances his ability to generate knockout power. Ford believes that training isn't just about looking the part, it's about being relentless, disciplined, and constantly evolving. His mantra, pain is temporary, but greatness is forever. Whether he's deadlifting insane weight, pushing through an intense boxing session, or filming action-packed scenes, Ford's training philosophy is clear. From the heart of Slovakia, a beast has risen. A man carved from granite, built with raw power, and fueled by an obsession to stand among legends. His name, Mikal Crejo. And in 2025, one question echoes louder than ever. Can he conquer Samson Dauda? Crejo first stepped onto the Olympia stage, the bodybuilding world paused. The sheer size, the chest thickness, the arm density, the freak factor. This wasn't a man walking on stage. This was a monster unleashed. He didn't win that night. He wasn't even close to the crown. But he did something far more important. He announced his arrival. Since then, Mikal Crejo has been on a mission. Not just to be big, not just to be freaky, but to be complete. The criticism was clear. He's massive, but he needs sharper conditioning. He needs more refinement. He needs more polish. And Crejo listened. He went back. He rebuilt. He refined. And now in 2025, we are seeing a different version of the Eastern standing in his way is the reigning king, Samson Dauda. Samson is size, flow, and presence all wrapped into one. The perfect blend of mass and beauty. He's already proven he can take the sand down. So the question becomes, can raw power and freak factor overpower Samson's shape and symmetry? Can Mikal Crejo shock the world and dethrone the Nigerian lion? Mikal Crejo's weapons are undeniable. Arms that look carved out of stone. A chest so thick it casts shadows. A back that's grown wider and sharper every season. He doesn't just walk onto a stage. He overwhelms it. And when he nails his conditioning, he looks less like a man and more like a myth. This could be his year, that this could be his moment. But greatness isn't given. And on that Olympia stage, nothing is promised. Because Samson Dauda isn't slowing down. He's improving too. Every show, every month, every day. Samson wants to build a dynasty. Crejo wants to break it. This is what bodybuilding is all about. Two titans, two styles, two visions of the perfect physique, the beauty and flow of Samson Dauda, the raw freak power of Mikal Crejo. Which one will the judges reward? Which one will the fans remember? Which one will history crown? Crejo has sacrificed everything for this moment. The early mornings, the pain, the blood, the doubt. But champions are not made in comfort. They're made in struggle. And Mikal Crejo has struggled for this exact chance. Every era has its warrior. Every throne has its challenger. And now, it's Mikal Crejo's turn to step into that arena. Not just to compete, not just to place, but to conquer. Samson Dauda, the reigning king. Mikal Crejo, the eastern beast. Will symmetry and flow hold the throne? Or will raw power crush it? One thing is certain. Mikal Crejo isn't coming to watch. He's coming to win. Legends aren't born. They're built. Rep by rep. Year by year. This is Mikal Crejo's year to build his legacy.
From the vast lands of Russia comes a man who defies human limits. Andrei Smythe, known as the Russian superhuman, is not just an athlete, he's a force of nature. With world-class strength, unmatched determination, and a physique built for legends, Andrei has earned his place among the strongest humans to ever walk the earth. But how did he achieve such greatness? Andrei wasn't always the powerhouse we see today. He was an active child with big dreams but humble beginnings. Growing up in Russia, Andrei found his passion for strength at an early age, inspired by legendary strongmen of the past. Starting with makeshift weights and minimal resources, Andrei began building his strength brick by brick. By his late teens, it was clear. This young man was destined for greatness. Standing at an imposing 6 feet 5 inches and weighing a staggering 350 pounds, Andrei Smythe is a true giant in the world of strength. His rare combination of immense size and extraordinary athleticism sets him apart, with a physique boasting a chest over 60 inches, biceps nearing 26 inches, and legs as powerful as tree trunks. Despite his massive frame, Andrei's strength-to-weight ratio is unparalleled. He can perform jaw-dropping feats like muscle-ups, one-arm pull-ups, and even the human flag, showcasing not only his raw power but also his incredible agility and control. His physique is the perfect balance of sheer mass and functional strength, making him a marvel in both the gym and the world of calisthenics. Andrei's rise to fame wasn't without challenges. Competing in regional strongman events, he quickly gained attention for his incredible lifts and tireless work ethic. From flipping 800-pound tires to deadlifting over 1,000 pounds, Andrei's feats of strength left crowds speechless. His unique ability to combine raw power with flawless technique made him a standout competitor on the world stage. So what makes Andrei Smythe a superhuman? It's his relentless training regimen. Andrei trains 6 days a week, focusing on compound lifts like the deadlift, squat, and bench press, along with specialized strongman exercises. His sessions are grueling, pushing his body to the absolute limit. But strength isn't just built in the gym. It's also built in the kitchen. Andrei follows a meticulously planned diet, consuming over 6,000 calories a day to fuel his workouts and recovery. This combination of discipline, hard work, and strategy has turned him into the powerhouse he is today. Andrei Smythe's resume speaks for itself. From winning national strongman titles to competing on the global stage, his list of achievements is unmatched. He set records in deadlifting, stone lifting, and many more events, solidifying his position as one of the strongest men alive. Fans and fellow athletes alike describe him as a once-in-a-generation talent. But even the strongest among us face challenges. Andrei has battled injuries, setbacks, and the mental strain of competing at the highest level. Yet every time he's been knocked down, he's risen stronger, proving that his resilience is just as remarkable as his strength. His journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and the human spirit. Andrei Smythe is more than a strongman. He's a symbol of what's possible when you dedicate yourself fully to a dream. From humble beginnings to becoming a global icon, his story inspires millions to push their limits and aim higher. As Andrei himself says, strength is built not just in the muscles, but in the mind and heart. Do you think Andrei Smythe is the strongest man in the world? Let us know in the comments. And if you're inspired by his story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kraven Motivation for more motivational content.
a name that resonates in the world of bodybuilding. But what makes him stand out? Many fans and analysts have drawn comparisons between him and Chris Bumstead, the reigning Mr. Olympia in the division, due to his remarkable symmetry, aesthetics, and classic proportions. Mike's physique embodies the golden era aesthetics, with a tight waist, flaring lats, and balanced proportions that perfectly fit the classic physique criteria. Like Chris Bumstead, Mike is known for his ability to showcase his physique through elegant and artistic posing, a crucial aspect of this division. Mike's posing routine is a masterpiece, showcasing his physique in the most flattering way possible. His posing artistry is reminiscent of the golden era bodybuilders and adds to the classic look the division strives for. Every year, Mike has shown incredible progress in refining his physique. His focus on detail, symmetry, and muscle density makes him a strong contender for the classic physique Olympia crown. While Chris Bumstead remains the reigning champion and the face of the classic physique division, Mike has a different style that some fans argue is more complete or even superior in specific areas. For example, symmetry and shape. Mike excels in balance and proportions, giving him a unique edge. Versatility in posing. His artistic routines make him a fan favorite. Mike Sommerfeld is undoubtedly one of the most exciting athletes in the classic physique division, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing approximately 232 to 243 pounds during competition season. He maintains a well-balanced and muscular frame. Born and raised in Germany, Mike developed a love for fitness at an early age. But it wasn't always about bodybuilding. His initial steps in fitness were fueled by a desire to improve his physique and health, eventually leading him to discover the competitive world of bodybuilding. Mike started his bodybuilding career at a young age. Inspired by the legends of the sport, Mike on stage during major competitions, winning trophies, and showcasing his physique. No one anticipated Mike Sommerfeld's rise at the 2024 Mr. Olympia, not even six-time classic physique Olympia champion Chris Bumstead. In an impressive showdown, Sommerfeld pushed the Canadian legend to his limits, but ultimately secured second place. With Bumstead announcing his retirement from the sport, all eyes are now on Sommerfeld, widely regarded as the favorite to claim the classic physique throne. His next challenge will be the 2025 Arnold Classic, where he's set to face reigning champion Wesley Vissers in the battle for gold. Over the years, Mike Sommerfeld built a reputation as a fierce competitor. With his incredible proportions, dedication, and posing mastery, he quickly rose through the ranks of international bodybuilding. Competing in the classic physique category, Mike has been a consistent presence on some of the most prestigious stages, including the IFBB Pro League and the Arnold Classic. Mike achieved IFBB Pro status early in his career, and notable placements at the Olympia and Arnold Classic. He renowned for his symmetrical and aesthetic physique. Mike's training philosophy is a blend of discipline, innovation, and consistency. He focuses not just on building muscle, but achieving balance, symmetry, and peak performance. His mental toughness and relentless pursuit of perfection set him apart. Outside of the gym, Mike is a down-to-earth individual who loves connecting with fans and inspiring the next generation. He often shares his personal struggles and triumphs, showing that even the best face challenges. Mike Sommerfeld's journey reminds us all that with dedication, discipline, and passion, greatness is achievable. Whether you're a bodybuilder, fitness enthusiast, or just someone chasing a dream, Mike's story serves as a powerful reminder to keep pushing forward.
A man who once shook the world with a 500-kilogram deadlift. A legend who conquered the world's strongest man. But Eddie Hall is far from done. In 2025, he's bigger, stronger, and more determined than ever. Before the boxing gloves, before the fitness empire, Eddie Hall was a king among giants. A man who walked into the world of strongman and rewrote history. For years, he battled against the strongest men on earth, pushing his body past the breaking point in a relentless pursuit of greatness. Some legends fade, others grow stronger with time. Eddie Hall isn't done yet, he's just getting started. In 2017, the year that cemented his legacy forever. After years of grinding, Eddie dominated the competition and claimed the title of World's Strongest Man. First Brit to do it in over 20 years. But his road to glory wasn't without rivalry. Standing in his way was a giant from Iceland, Hafthor Björnsson, the mountain from Game of Thrones. Their rivalry became legendary. Two titans clashing in an all-out war of strength. And when the dust settled, Eddie Hall stood on top of the world.
Well, Eddie Hall, first, second, third at Worlds, doesn't matter. You are a champion. Everybody loves you. Congratulations for a fantastic performance.
A man who lifted half a ton, defied the odds, and proved that impossible is just an excuse. Eddie Hall, known as the Beast, possesses one of the most massive and powerful physiques in strength sports history. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches, 1.91 meters, tall and weighing around 360 to 400 pounds, 163 to 181 kilograms. At his peak, Eddie's sheer size was a key factor in his dominance as a strongman. His biceps measure over 24 inches, 61 centimeters, showcasing the insane upper body power that helped him lift record-breaking weights. His chest circumference surpasses 60 inches, 152 centimeters, making him one of the broadest athletes to ever compete in strongman events. His leg development is equally monstrous, with quads measuring over 30 inches, 76 centimeters, built from years of intense squatting and heavy lifting. Even after transitioning to boxing and dropping weight for his fight with Hafthor Björnsson, Eddie maintained an incredibly muscular and imposing frame, proving that his strength and size were not just for show, but a testament to his years of brutal training and relentless work ethic. Eddie Hall never settles. From breaking records to breaking barriers, he thrives on pushing past limits. At 36, Eddie still trains like a man possessed, proving that strength isn't just about muscle, but mindset. Eddie Hall isn't just a powerhouse in the gym. He's built an empire beyond the weights. Launching his own supplement line, gym equipment, and fitness apparel, Eddie has turned his passion for strength into a thriving business. But his biggest strength? His connection with millions worldwide. On YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, Eddie has become a global fitness icon, sharing his brutal training sessions, life lessons, and unfiltered motivation with millions. Whether it's inspiring the next generation, breaking down strength myths, or proving that limits exist only in the mind, Eddie Hall's influence on the fitness world is undeniable. From a small-town kid to a global fitness titan, Eddie Hall is more than a champion. He's a movement. Fueling a beast like Eddie Hall takes insane amounts of food. Back in his strongman days, he was eating 10,000 calories a day. Steaks, eggs, rice, and whole pizzas just to keep up with his brutal training. But in 2025, Eddie has refined his approach. Now, he focuses on high-quality proteins, clean carbs, and essential fats to stay powerful without excess weight. A typical day? Oats and eggs for breakfast, chicken and rice for lunch, salmon with greens for dinner, and plenty of protein shakes in between. hydration, and recovery are just as important. Eddie drinks gallons of water, fuels up with electrolytes, and makes sure his body gets everything it needs to keep pushing the limits. Because for Eddie Hall, food isn't just fuel, it's power. For most champions, retirement is the next step. But Eddie Hall, no chance. After stepping away from strongman, he transformed his body into a fighting machine. He took on one of his biggest rivals, Hafthor Björnsson, in a battle of giants. And even though he didn't win, Eddie proved one thing. His willpower is unstoppable. He isn't just strong, he's fearless. And now, in 2025, Eddie continues his relentless pursuit of greatness. He's returned to his roots, powerlifting, strength training, and redefining what's possible for the human body. At 36 years old, he's still outworking men half his age.
They said he was done. They said 2024 was the end of the mutant era. But what they didn't know was that Nick Walker doesn't quit. He doesn't fold. He rebuilds. He evolves. This is the story of Nick Walker's return. The 2025 redemption. The road back to Olympia. And the man who refuses to be denied. 2023, Nick Walker placed third at the Mr. Olympia. Not the crown, but damn close. His freakish conditioning, granite hard muscle, and relentless intensity had the world talking. – 2024 was supposed to be his year. But fate had other plans. A hamstring tear pulled him out just weeks before the show. The fans were stunned. Critics were quick to write him off. The bodybuilding world moved on. But Nick, he went silent. No drama, no excuses. Just hard work. The world turned their attention to Samson Dauda, Derek Lunsford, and Hadi Choopan, Nick Walker disappeared into the shadows of the off-season. behind those shadows. The grind never stopped. Physically broken, yes. Mentally, stronger than ever. While his body healed, his mind sharpened. He studied every detail, his posing, his symmetry, his weak points, the legs that needed more shape, the midsection that needed more control, the back that had to widen. This wasn't a comeback, it was a rebuild. And slowly, the mutant began to mutate again. Heading into 2025, size alone wasn't enough anymore. In a lineup filled with freaks like Rubiel Mosquera, Andrew Jacked, and a fully loaded Samson Dauda, Nick needed to become something more. So he made one of the hardest decisions any mass monster can make. He scaled back, not in size, but in purpose. Sharper lines, more detail, cleaner midsection, and perfect conditioning. This time, it wasn't just about being the biggest. It was about being undeniable. His team dialed in a new training protocol, targeting his hamstrings with surgical precision, improving lat width and density, and pushing his posing routine to a level we've never seen before. Every rep had meaning. Every meal was calculated. Every hour of sleep was scheduled. This was no longer about revenge. It was about redemption. Let's talk facts. Nick Walker in 2025 is coming in thicker, drier, and tighter than ever before. His quads are now fully balanced, separation like razor blades. The hamstrings, rebuilt and more detailed. The back, wider, thicker, and dense like armor. And the waist, tighter than it's ever been. The one area everyone critiqued, his midsection, is no longer a liability. He's practicing vacuums, improving transitions, creating flow between shots. The mutant look is still there, but this time, it's polished. Beyond the muscle, there's something more terrifying about Nick in 2025. His mindset. This is a man who's been broken and rebuilt, who watched the title slip away because of a freak injury, who listened to the doubters, who sat home while others stood on stage. And instead of bitterness, he chose hunger. Instead of excuses, he chose execution. Nick's not chasing the spotlight anymore. He's chasing legacy. And that makes him one of the most dangerous men heading to the Olympia stage. The 2025 Mr. Olympia lineup is stacked. Samson Dauda is the reigning king, bigger than ever. Derek Lunsford is coming back with something to prove. Hadi Choopan is hungry to reclaim the throne. And Rubiel Mosquera is the wild card. Freak factor turned all the way up. But here's the thing. None of them are Nick Walker. None of them are built like him. None of them have the chip on their shoulder that he does. None of them have been through what he survived in the past 12 months. Nick Walker is not just competing. He's declaring war. To those who believed in him through the injury. To those who waited for the comeback. To those who never stopped chanting mutant in the comment section. Nick Walker is back. And he's not just looking to place, he's looking to dominate. 2025 is the year of reckoning. The year of refined freakiness. The year the mutant steps back into the fire and walks out with the crown.